Once we understand triangles a little bit better, we can start to analyze them. Look at this interesting picture, this green triangle. And we're told the lengths of the various sides of this green triangle. This length turns out to be 4x minus 3, where x is something that's unknown to us. This length here is 3x plus 2 with that same unknown x, and the third length is 5x minus 2. We're given one more piece of information, namely that AB is congruent to BC. And you see it's been marked with this little mark, showing that this length is equal to that length. Our mission, should we choose to accept it, is to find all the lengths of this triangle. How do we proceed? Well, since I know that this length is equal to that length, that leads to an algebraic equation, namely 4x minus 3 equals 3x plus 2. 4x minus 3 equals 3x plus 2. And I can now solve this. If I subtract 3x from both sides, I see x minus 3 equals 2. And if I add 3 to both sides, I see x equals 5. So there I see x equals 5, and you might say, great, we have the answer, we're done, we can go outside and play. No, we were asked to find the length of each side. All I figured out was the unknown, mysterious x. It equals 5. We now have to return back to our green triangle, plug in x equals 5. When I plug in x equals 5 into here, I see 4 times 5, which is 20, minus 3 is 17. So that length is 17. Now I'm going to find this length, but without doing any work. What should it be? We can do a little mini check to see if we're right. Well, since we were told originally, and we assumed that these sides are congruent, this length should be 17 as well. If we plug in x equals 5 into whatever's under my hand, and we get something that's not 17, I know we've made a mistake. Let's see. If I plug in 5 into this, I see 5 times 3, which is 15, plus 2 is 17. Nice! Looking good. And finally, what's this length? We plug in 5. We have 5 times 5 is 25, minus 2 is 23. And just using that extra little piece of information, besides these relationships, we can actually find the lengths of every single side of this fancy, really cool green triangle. Excellent.